I'm really tired of reviewing vampire movies. In fact, if I have to review one more, I'm going to kill myself. Lucky for me, I get to review 3 in a row. So, yeah. Doing the From Dusk Till Dawn trilogy. I only have these on VHS, so let's get started with the original, From Dusk Till Dawn. So it was directed by Robert Rodriguez and written by Quentin Tarantino. At least he didn't direct it, that's okay. In the first half, you can tell it's borderline Quentin Tarantino because of how it's boring to me. But the second half is better. But yeah, if you've watched my videos before, you know that I don't really care about Quentin Tarantino. So it has George Clooney and Quentin Tarantino. They star as Seth and Richie Gecko, they're brothers, and they're running from the law. The law. And they're trying to get across the Mexican border. So they kidnap this family. Jacob, he was like an old priest, and his kids, Kate and Scott, I believe is their names. So they kidnap them, and then they take them to this strip club in Mexico called the Titty Twister, and it has Cheech Marin, the Cheech. He plays like 3-4 characters in this movie, kind of like Frank Morgan in The Wizard of Oz. And they get there, it's fun at first, and then, wow, vampires! At least the vampires are real in this movie, not those sparkly, gay crap like Twilight. I'm so tired of talking about Twilight. And yeah, Salma Hayek is in it. She played like this really hot stripper named Santanico Pandemonium. Keep that in mind for later. So, the vampires, start killing everybody. And, yes, Seth Gecko, George Clooney, and has to team up with his kidnappers and other people in the bar, like Tom Savini plays Sex Machine, and some guy named Frost. They all have to team up and try to kill all the vampires and make it out, at dawn. Try to, they're stuck in there till dawn, from dusk till dawn. That's why they call it that. So yeah, it's pretty violent. Toward the, when they get there, at the beginning it's just kind of you're just waiting for the vampires to come, and it's not. In all, it's not too bad. So I'd probably give From Dusk Till Dawn a B+. Yeah, From Dusk Till Dawn. Now we have From Dusk Till Dawn 2, Texas Blood Money. This one kind of sucks. I mean, it's nowhere near as good as the original. And it has Robert Patrick, the T-1000. He's like the main guy in this movie. All these movies, like, all the From Dusk Till Dawn, they're like about like bad guys trying to kidnapping people, and they have to team up with them all. It's old. So Robert Patrick plays a crook named Bucky. So this is him and his white trash friends all trying to break out of jail, and they go rob this bank in Mexico or something. And they don't even hardly take place at the Titty Twister for like maybe 5 minutes. That's all they show the Titty Twister, is 5 minutes of it. And Danny Trejo was in it. Like, he was in the first one, but he died. Then he's back in this one, in the third one. I don't know how that happens. But like half the movie, they're just in this hotel room watching porn. When you think of From Dusk Till Dawn, you think of vampires instead of just sitting in a hotel room watching porn. That gets old. No one watches porn. Porn's gay. Porn's stupid. So each of Bucky's friends, the one that's going to rob the bank, they slowly turn into vampires, each one, except for Bucky. He's the only surviving one that's still alive, and he has to team up with this police officer named Otis that he hates, and him and Otis try to kill off all the other vampires. And the vampires, turn their SWAT team into vampires too. It's just like a big vampire standoff, and they still try to rob the bank because vampires need money too. So in all, I don't know, C-, D+. I don't really care. Yeah. Now we have From Dusk Till Dawn 3, The Hangman's Daughter. It's a prequel that takes place before the original From Dusk Till Dawn, like 100 years before the original. It takes place like in the 1800s. And it's just, I don't know, it's supposed to be, it's like a western. It's kind of boring. And like, you know, Santanico Pandemonium that I mentioned earlier, that she was in the original and no one cared about her? Yeah, they made a movie about her. The whole movie is about how she comes to be her at the titty twister. But at the time, it's not the titty twister, it's like some, you know, brothel, hotel, whorehouse kind of place. And just, yeah, this outlaw Johnny Madrid escapes the hangman. He kind of kidnaps his daughter, takes him to this brothel. Now, vampires just happen to be there. They never explain how they came to be there. They were just always there. And it has Danny Trejo. Woohoo, machete! And yeah, it's just, you think vampires in the, you know, the old western days would be interesting, but it's not. It's not too good. Don't watch it. From Dusk Till Dawn 3 sucks. You know, they couldn't even get Salma Hayek back to be Santanico Pandemonium. Well, I guess they didn't want to. They had to get someone younger or something. So in all, D- or F+. Yeah. I can give reviews an F+ if I want, because I'm Jordan and you're not. So, the only worthwhile From Dusk Till Dawn movie is the original. So just stick with the original. Don't even bother with 2 and 3. If you want to torture yourself and watch From Dusk Till Dawn 2 and 3, go ahead, be my guest. But I'm just warning you that they're not as good as the first one. I really hope I never have to review another vampire movie ever.